In having conversations with men for years, I've found out that, manhood is hard. Manhood is very hard, especially when you are a husband or you are in a relationship with a woman and there's children involved and you are the one that everybody looks to for guidance. Everybody looks to for leadership. Everybody looks to for strength. Everybody looks to as the person to hold it together. You are in a position where when you turn around and you look, you are responsible for lives outside of your own. Man, that's a scary, scary thought process. Being in positions where you are in a place where you can't fail. You got to show up all the time and you got to get it right. You got to figure it out. And if you are a young man and you haven't been taught leadership, you don't have strong leadership qualities. See, all of us can come together and make babies and try to be in relationships. But I found out a while ago that being in relationships and there's children involved and everybody's looking at you as the man and you have to be the man. It's scary because if you're not taught or trained or raised up in that, you don't have the experiences, man. A lot of times we're learning on the fly. And a lot of times young men shirk their responsibilities. They leave the marriage. They leave the responsibilities of the children because they can't handle it. They can't handle the responsibilities, the pressure of having to be a man, having to provide protection, direction, and correction. They can't handle it. And these are conversations that got to be had not through criticism, but conversations. Are we raising our young boys to be up to manhood, to understand what sacrifice and commitment is, what manhood really is, being of service? Being of service. I found out in 18 years of marriage that I am a servant. And in my servant comes submission. My service to my family and my greater family and my community brings me submission. The more I give, the more I became stronger in leadership, the more my blessings came. But I had to learn this. I had to understand this. I watched my father do it before me. So I had an idea of what it was about. But you see a lot of single motherhood because we come together in casual sex and we make babies. The man and the woman. But the woman is not trained up to be a wife or have proper discernment. And the man is not trained up on what manhood is and what sacrifice and commitment is and what it's going to take in order to be a leader. When she looks to him for strength, when she looks to him for direction, when she's looking for him to have the last word as to which way we should go, and he has to give the word that will put them in a position where they don't fail. It's a hard responsibility. And you see a lot of young men running from it. You see a lot of young men running from it. You see a lot of young women thrusting it because a lot of times they're stuck with the baby and they have to just go along and just figure it out. And you see a lot of young men running away from the responsibility. Because the responsibility of manhood is hard, especially when you learn on the fly. It's hard. And these are the conversations that's not really being had in these spaces on what really manhood is. And are we raising our boys, teaching them what manhood is so they don't have to learn what manhood is when they're already a man? We have to teach them leadership. We have to teach them what service is. And because I'm obedient and I've been obedient to God, I've learned service and manhood and where submission comes from. And like I said, being a man is a thankless job. I get it sometimes, man. Mother's Day come around. Everything is about Mother's Day. Mother's this, mother that. When Father's Day come around, it's like nothing. It's like a thankless job. It's like, but don't look at it from that way. Look at it from as a man. When you're doing your right thing and you're giving service, you're being obedient to God and your submission will come in your service. In your service. You have a duty and an obligation to take care of and provide sunlight to the plants you seed, to the seeds you plant. And be there for the woman. Be there for the woman. Be there for the family. Be that rock that they can look upon for strength and direction. Be that rock where they can feel comfortable and protected. That's our responsibility as men. So I'll do these type of videos to talk to you brothers, to explain. I don't want to hear the gender crap about what the women doing, about what the men doing. Don't come over here with that. We talking manhood stuff over here. And developing ourselves as men and what it takes. And what the responsibilities are that come with manhood. Because whether you with a woman or not, or you got children, you still got to be a man. You still got to go out in society and tackle the world and be successful. You still got to take your lumps and your bruises and the body shots and fall and get back up and figure it out. You still got to figure it out to be successful and to win, to be able to feed yourself in a society. You still got to do it, whether you got a family or not. But a lot of times, us as men, we run away from the responsibilities of manhood because being a man is hard. Ain't nobody giving a man nothing. You got to go out and make it work. You got to go out and figure it out and make it happen. That's the world we live in. But I'll cut this video short here. I just wanted to just talk to the people and having conversations with young men. Having a young man tell me. I asked him, I said, why did you run off on your children? He said, I love my children. He said, man, but I couldn't take care of them. I couldn't take care of the responsibility of her and we talked for a while, man. And I didn't call him no names. I didn't holler at him because that's not the first time I heard that. I got to get myself together and then I go back. But this is the stuff, this is what goes on in communities, in our communities all over this country, man. We got to get back to loving each other, man, and having real conversations about manhood and the responsibilities of a man. Because like I said, whether you're with a woman or not, you still got to be a man. You still got to be a producer. You still have to produce. You still have to produce for yourself. And you got to figure it out. So make sure you leave your comments in the comment section. And remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.